Hi, we are from At Home Tuition. In this video, we are going to see some basics about fraction. That is, what is a fraction and what are the different types of fractions with few examples. So our question is, what is a fraction? And explain the different type of fractions with examples. Solution. Now let us first see what is a fraction. That is fraction definition. So fraction is a numerical value represented as the parts of a whole. So it's a numerical value. It is represents a part of a whole, that will have a whole and it represents the part of a whole. So a fraction is a portion or selection of any part out of a whole, where the whole can be any number, a specific value or a thing. Now let us see what is fraction in detail with an example. Now let's consider a circle and it is divided into 4 parts, and one part out of this 4 part is shaded. So we are saying two main things, one is part and the other one is whole. So the whole represents the whole circle and the whole circle is divided into 4 parts. So the whole represents the number 4 and the part represents the part which is shaded. So that represents 1. So now the portion of the circle shaded is represented as a fraction. So how to represent it? As we said in definition, fraction is a parts of a whole. So the here parts indicates the shaded part of the circle and the whole indicates that full circle. So one part is shaded and the whole circle is divided into 4 parts. So parts of a whole. So part is 1 and whole is 4. So 1 of 4. So the portion of the circle is shaded is represented by 1 divided by 4. So fraction of shaded part of the circle is 1 divided by 4. So now if you see here, it is clear that fraction have two parts. All the fraction will have two parts. One is the numerator part and other one is the denominator part. Here for 1 over 4, 1 is the numerator part and 4 is the denominator part. So you have to remember all the fraction consist of two parts. One is numerator part and other one is the denominator part. So the numerator part indicates how many sections of the fraction are represented. It's placed in the upper part of the whole. So on the denominator indicates how many parts of the whole has been divided into. So it's placed in the lower part of the fraction. So in general, a fraction will have two parts. One is numerator and the other one is denominator. The numerator represents the part of the whole and the denominator represents the whole, how much it is divided into. Hope you have understood. So this is the definition of fraction. Now we'll see the types of fractions. So types of fractions are classified based on the values in the numerator and the denominator. So that is which are the parts of a fraction. So first type is proper fraction. So the fraction in which the numerator is less than its denominator is called proper fractions. So it's a smaller than a whole. So you will get a value smaller than a whole. So whole will be full and part of it will be shaded. So numerator will be always less than the denominator. That is proper fraction. The next type is improper fraction. Yes, you all know. So it's the reverse of proper fraction. So the fraction in which the numerator is more than or equal to its denominator is called improper fraction. So it's always same or greater than the whole. So here the numerator will be greater compared to the denominator. So next type is unit fraction. Fractions which have numerator as 1 is called unit fractions. So you know that fraction will have two parts, numerator and denominator. So whenever the numerator has a value 1, then that type of fraction we will call it as unit fraction. So example is 1 by 2, 1 by 5, 1 by 10 like that. So whenever we have 1 in numerator, that is a unit fraction. Next type is mixed fraction. A fraction with a mixture of a whole and a proper fraction is called mixed fraction. So whole, this example, it's 3 1 by 2. 3 is the whole and 1 by 2 is a proper fraction. So it is a mixture of a whole and a proper fraction. So that is mixed fraction. Next is equivalent fraction. So the fraction that represents the same value is called equivalent fraction. So it's same portion of a whole. So to get equivalent fraction of any given fraction, we can multiply both the numerator as well as the denominator of the given fraction by same number. As we all know, we have to multiply numerator and denominator by same number so that our original fraction is not altered. And for division, we can divide both the numerator and denominator by the same number. So example, suppose if we have a number 2 divided by 5, if you want to find equivalent fraction to it, so you have to multiply the numerator and denominator by 2 or 3 or 4, whatever you want, you have to multiply and divide by the same number, or you have to multiply numerator and denominator by the same number. So here I have multiplied numerator and denominator by 2. So 2 into 2 is 4 and 5 into 2 is 10. Same way, same number 2 by 5. I am multiplying it by 3 and 3. So 2 into 3 is 6 and 5 into 3 is 15. So now the equivalent fraction of the given number 2 divided by 5 is 4 by 10 and 6 by 15. So the other type what we have is like fraction and unlike fractions. The fractions that have same denominators are called like fractions. Example 1 by 3, 5 by 3, 14 by 3, like that. So yes, so the fractions which have different denominators, the opposite of like is different denominators. So they are called as unlike fractions. 2 by 7, 3 by 8, 14 by 75, a few examples. So they have given us one question. Write 5 examples of each of proper, improper and mixed fractions. Now I think you all can write it very easily, right? Because you know the concept. We know that proper fraction is the fraction in which numerator is less than denominator is proper fraction. So you have to write a fraction such that numerator should be less than your denominator. So I have given 5 examples. 13 divided by 15, 100 divided by 150, 75 divided by 78, 6 divided by 7, 9 divided by 12. So these are few examples in which numerator is less than denominator. So it's a proper fraction. Next we'll go for improper fraction. So we know improper fraction, numerator should be more than the denominator. So the examples are 6 divided by 4, 12 divided by 11, 125 divided by 100, 49 divided by 8 and 53 divided by 41. A few examples of improper fraction. Next is mixed fraction. So mixed fraction is nothing but it's a mixture of a whole and a proper fraction. A whole number with a proper fraction. So 5 1 by 3, 15 1 by 5, 38 5 by 9, 55 1 by 11 and 100 1 by 12. A few examples of mixed fraction. Hope you have understood what is a fraction, what are the different types of fractions, how to represent a fractions and how to write a fractions and identify what type of fraction it is. Thank you for watching this video.